Holy fuck. Whoa, this is kind of interesting. CARAD is a Belgian brand. Looks to be Kuurne, Belgium. It's an old tape recorder. It's kind of nice. And all the while I'm looking for a simple 80s tape deck. Just nowhere to be found in this mess. Fucking hell. You always buy more than you need. More than you intended. That's the good store. Okay, I bought some new toy. It's about 1960 Belgian made CARAD tape recorder, and the amplifier that's built in is purely tube. It's the R53PA built by Carpentier. That's the owner of the firm CARAD in Kuurne, near to Kortrijk in Belgium. It turns out it's a very interesting toy. Tone control, treble control, volume, tape speed. But the most interesting aspect about this amp is the fact it uses simple normal jack plugs for the input, and it's got two different inputs. One for a simple unamplified signal, 0.3 volts. That's about what a guitar would put into an amplifier. So, and 30 volts input for something which has already been preamplified. The switch here, apart from having rewind, play, forward and record options, also has the simple amplifier mode, which turns the whole thing into an amplifier. Speakers are mounted in the sides. We should really give this a try. Put our guitar into the input and see what we hear. Okay, let's try the normal input first. Treble all the way up. Don't have a maximum, but I have a lot of gain. So it's very bassy, but it's very loud. I suspect that the coupling caps are kind of gone. This is a EL84 amplifier, and it's got, I think, an EF86 EF86 single triode, and the one that used to be used by Vox in the AC4, I believe, and then still two A12AY 7 tubes and an EL84 as a power tube, single-ended power tube. In addition to that, it has this beautiful indicator light. If I keep it very low, then it has some sort of relevance. As soon as it goes flat out. If I keep it like down. Very nice, but very superfluous. It has a typical European variable transformer, which you can switch between different voltages for different regions. And luckily this one has got a 245 tap, which is kind of important because now in Belgium we have like, we supposed to have 230, but we have sometimes 238. Speakers are built into the sides. Well, I think on this side and that side, I don't know which type. They sound kind of okay, you would say, but let me come back to that. But they must be very small and sort of oblong shaped speakers. The most interesting part is that another jack plug is on the other side of the amp, and this is where you can attach an external speaker. So let's get a real guitar speaker and hook this one up. It really would like to see 5 ohms as is indicated here, output impedance, but we'll get away with anything we have. Okay, I've got an 8 ohm speaker, 12-inch thing. It's Electro Voice under my fig tree. Is that a title for a song? I've got my amp on there, a fig tree. Anyways, we're checking in. External speaker. Give it to me, baby. Is it still working? Okay. Okay, it may need a little work, but as you can see, what a difference a decent speaker makes. It's always the same story with guitar amps. Anything could be a guitar amp, but much of the sound is in the speaker. So the built-in speakers are cool, but not really usable for guitar. On the other hand, the fact that you can immediately plug in a decent guitar speaker, and it requires about 4 ohms, is really a joy. And this is a ready to go guitar amplifier in a suitcase. Too bad I'm missing the lid, but it looks absolutely cool. I don't know if I'm gonna hack into the amp. I do want to take a look inside, but if you're interested in seeing more of this amplifier, like the innards and everything, please subscribe to my channel. Give me some purpose on this earth. If you plug into the 30-volt input, it's like you have the volume on 1.5 or something. It's just not very interesting. Could be interesting to feed something like a Stonebox into that. But I think that's all for now. Look at that little smiley face. It's always a cool thing about these tape amplifiers. So maybe you were looking for a Filmosound amplifier and we're ready to dish out like 500 bucks or something. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just go hunting for old tape recorders, old all-tube tape recorders like this one, and use that beautiful website, the Radio Museum, to check out what the tube complement is and if the tubes are at all replaceable, because some of them use really awkward tubes. Make sure you get one with tubes that you can replace if necessary. This one uses the EF86, the 12AU7, and EL84. The indicator tube is an EM84, if I'm not very much mistaken. So if you want to see more of this amp and see the insides, please subscribe and drop me a comment, and we'll get back to this amp later. Take care.